Aloha, everybody. This week, we're going to be talking about anxiety. So, anxiety is, in simplistic terms, a disorder in which we have some control issues. A lot of people come into my practice and they have anxiety and depressive issues. And so everybody wants to know, how can I treat my anxiety? How can I deal with it on a daily basis? Because some days are better than others. And I want to know how to deal with it without taking medication, without having it affecting my family on a daily basis. And how can I deal with it without it paralyzing me on a daily basis? Because some days I can be walking around and it can be a normal day, and all of a sudden I'm in the supermarket, I'm in the shopping center, and boom, it hits me and I feel like it's paralyzing. I can't breathe. I feel like I'm going to faint. It's like this pit in my stomach and it's just engrossing. I feel like my face is getting red and my jaw is clenching. What can I do? I can't be taking Xanax all the time or Ativan. I don't want to be dependent on a pill to make this anxiety go away. And where does it all stem? That's usually the common question. Where does this crap stem from? Why me? Why me is the common question I hear all the time. So let's go over some of the statistics. So first of all, let's go over that. So children, anxiety happens 1 in 8 children. Women, 60% more likely than men to have anxiety. But in OCD, which is a form of anxiety disorders, so obsessive compulsive disorder, equally common in men and in women. Interesting. Anxiety disorder, most common mental health diagnosis in the entire United States. Interesting. Nearly half of those diagnoses or diagnosed with depression are diagnosed with an anxiety disorder. So it goes hand in hand, which is pretty, if you think about it logically, why not, right? Because I'm so anxious all the time. After a while, I'm going to get depressed over the fact that I'm so anxious. Okay, makes sense. Wide variety of anxiety diagnosis, including post-traumatic stress disorder, obsessive compulsive disorder, and other specific phobias. So in other words, there's a ton of anxiety disorders out there. It's not, when you think anxiety, it's just not, you have this that comes up and I feel like this pit in my stomach of nervousness. There's a wide variety of different things, including hoarding and all kinds of other stuff. 18.1% of United States, the adult population, have anxiety, and of that, 22.8% of that is classified as severe. So that's all the statistics that I have for you, but it's pretty interesting of how much people in our United States have anxiety. So if you think about it, why anxiety? Why is there so much people that have anxiety? So let's go and break it down into simplistic terms, right? Because let's get rid of all the psychology mumbo jumbo, right? So if we have to break it all down, why do people have anxiety, right? What's the deal with that? Why do I have anxiety? So if you think about it, why do you go there? So let's take it, for example, if a person has anxiety, what are they trying to control, right? Because if you think about somebody who has anxiety, right? So say, for example, if I had anxiety, what am I trying to control in my environment on a daily basis? And why is it that I cannot control all those things in my environment? So say, for example, I don't know, like this piece of paper, right? This is my piece of paper. This is part of my environment. And I put it down nice and straight with this pencil. And I put it down nice and straight. Then this jerk comes out of nowhere and he flies this piece of paper on the ground and then walks away out of my office, and he walks out the door, and I'm like, who in the hell gave him the right to walk in this freaking office, grab my piece of paper that I had nice and straight with my pencil and throw it on the ground, didn't say who he was, why he coming in here in the first place, and then walked out the door as he threw the pencil and the paper on the ground. And then he's gone. Didn't say a word, didn't say who he was. He just came in here, threw my crap on the ground, and walked out like he had every right in the world to come in this place. He screwed up my environment. He screwed around my paper and my pencil. All of a sudden, now I'm getting nervous. Not only am I getting nervous, I'm getting mad. So now I'm getting anxious. Why? Why is that happening? Because I had no control of that jerk coming in here, screwing up my environment, and screwing around my piece of paper and stuff. And now he's gone. I have no control over the fact that he just walked out and left. And he left with everything. He left screwing with my feelings. He left taking control of my environment. And he screwed around my crap. And I have no control over the fact that he did all of those things. That then brought my anxiety into play because I had no control over people, places, things. That's kind of like the simplistic version of anxiety because we want to control the environment around us. We want to control things that's going on, whether it's a person, whether it's a place, whether it's a thing. And every time that we don't have control of that stuff, it makes us nervous. It makes us angry. It kind of screws with us. And that's what causes that anxiety, kind of in simplistic terms. And if you think about it, that's what we're trying to do on a daily basis. We're trying to control all kinds of things around us, whether it's on an emotional basis, whether it's in a physical basis, or whatever. And every time that we're unable to do that, we get nervous. There's that pit in our stomach that we don't feel good about. And it just manifests into that, whatever it is for you when you have that anxiety attack. That's what occurs. So how do you fix that is the next question what people usually ask, right? Well, how do I take control of my anxiety? Well, you have to learn certain techniques, right? Whether it's in meditation, whether it's in breathing, and all of that. What does that mean? Again, in simplistic terms, taking control of the situation, your own body, right? Starting to learn and realize that I have no control of that situation. I have no control of the fact that I couldn't, control that guy coming into my office and him grabbing my crap and then walking out. I had no control of that situation. But I do have control over the fact that I could control my reaction to the situation. So that's some of the ways that you can work on your anxiety. STRing, what I tell people all the time, which is just simply saying, stop, think, react. Stop. What can I do right now? What do I have control over? What don't I have control over? That's the thinking process. Then the reaction. Oh, I can breathe. I can, think about what I can and cannot do. I can react differently to that situation. Maybe I should have stopped and maybe I should have, asked, who is this? What's going on? Okay, I need to stop and think about things differently next time. Maybe I should have reacted differently. All those things. STR. Those are the things that you can do. So in simplistic terms, like how I said, with anxiety, it's just us being control freaks in simplistic terms. That's what anxiety equals. So this is the blog for the week. If you have any questions or concerns or comments, by all means, please comment and I will get back to you as soon as possible. as I always say, be well for the week. If you have any other thoughts about it, about anxiety, read about it, go online, advocate for yourself.